This one we got a TikTok squatter that tries to outsmart the judge. I honestly don't even understand how those things go together. TikTok squatter outsmarting the judge. That's a wild sentence. Anyways, let's just go ahead and see how this situation unfolds. See, it's got me flustered. I'm confused. Let's figure it out. Let's go. What's going on, everybody? It's your boy. We back for another one, and in this one, we got a situation with a TikTok squatter, a judge. So obviously, a courtroom. Like, what? Like, where are we at in this world right now? I don't know. But anyways, let's just go ahead and jump into this thing and see how things unfold. So shout out to Logan on Law, and yeah, let's go.
To pay rent. I have 6 children. These people make $350,000 a year is what they claimed on the rental application. I'm going to lose health insurance tomorrow, and my house is going into a foreclosure period as of tomorrow is 90 days late. They've just been sitting in my house, sir.
This is incorrect.
Are there people still in the premises?
I don't know. I would have to text them. I don't know if they're on the premises presently.
So here's what I'm going to do.
All right, guys. Today we've got a viral TikTok squatter influencer. Yep, someone who actually teaches people how to squat in other people's houses like it's a career move or something. This is the kind of stuff that makes you lose faith in humanity. The fact that people like this exist and get away with it is just insane. But lucky for us, Judge Simpson is not having it, and this one gets real heated real fast. The entitlement, the audacity, it's all here. Let me know what you guys think about squatters in the comments.
They suck.
I'm pretty harsh on this stance. I think they are an absolute plague to society. But that's just my opinion. Let me know what you guys think. Let's go.
Look, if you think that just because somebody is in a position to where they are able and have, either afforded themselves the luxury by working really hard, or maybe they just got lucky and, a parent passed them down a property that they could then rent out and make a little bit extra income and, maybe have a little bit of stress-free days in the future. To like sit there and just like assume like, oh well, they've got it, like, is a crazy idea, bro. It's really crazy. And hold on, I gotta sit here and I gotta get me out of the way of the main attraction here. Hold on, we gotta hit the pause real quick. I gotta move me. All right, we back. I had to move me to the middle. There we go. Let's go. Let's continue.
Go ahead and dive in here.
I'm Jordan Lepick. I'm also on this case. Jared Lepick unfortunately was diagnosed with influenza A this morning, so he had his Zoom going and can mic in if need be, but he's got very little of a voice at this point.
Okay. All right. And yes, I do see him signed in. All right. Andrew Elliott or Traversia, is it Burrell?
Traversia Borelli.
Okay. Sorry. All right. Okay, what are we doing on this case?
Last week, sir, you had asked if they be out of the house before the hearing today. And as of right now, they're still moving stuff out of the property. There are still people on property, including a couple of unauthorized additional roommates that weren't included in the lease. And we have yet to get in contact with Mr. Elliott. He is the named person on our lease. So we would just like to see what his status is. We haven't heard from him since the 7th. And the last thing we received from him in writing was an email admitting to the debt owed and the wrongdoing on his part, stating that he can provide the court of a copy with this email. In his own words, he states, "We will obviously not refute what you are owed. We have no intention to. We would honor the court decision of the debt, which would additionally include legal fees. Given our contract is under the laws of Michigan, there is very little that can be garnished as the bulk of my earnings are earned as independent contractor." In this email, he proposed a payment plan that we were uncomfortable with agreeing to because he's offered us specific payment arrangements over the last.
Can I stop you, please?
Absolutely.
All right. How much are you claiming is owed?
So as of right now, he owes $15,000 plus court costs of $234.43. If I may, could I give you like 90 seconds of backstory, sir?
Not really.
Okay.
Your Honor,
I don't know that I'm necessarily going to need it.
Okay.
Ma'am, are you moving out?
Yes, we've returned the key. I have a couple of friends currently helping me move out the remaining things. I'm actually at the U-Haul Center right now, and they are getting the rest of the items out presently under the supervision of the land manager.
Okay. So, and ma'am, are you disputing the amount they're claiming is owed?
I am.
You are?
Yes, I am. We
Okay.
owe.
How much do you think you owe?
So we owe December and January. That's $10,000. We paid a $1,000 late fee in November and a $2,000 late fee in September and October. We believe that these should be subtracted from the total owed due to illegality of those fees. Also,
What?
we were subjected.
How much is monthly rent?
Your Honor,
5,000.
monthly rent is $5,000 a month. This is a 4,000 square foot house that we were under contract for them to purchase, and we have done a series of short-term leases as they were waiting on the city.
Okay, so here's the thing. Is she right about,
Bro.
she just listed off, I think, $4,000 of late fees that they paid.
No, sir, that is incorrect. Those were from the previous lease. See, at first we did a 60-day lease, and then we extended that once their house was not sold. So we have 2 prior leases to this short-term lease, and we only enforce late fees on one of the months under those leases. And I can submit documentation of all this, sir.
I actually feel for Judge Simpson
Bro.
here. Dude looks so lost and
Right,
confused, and
I am
honestly, it's kind of
confused
funny,
as
but
shit.
at the same time, it's just crazy
Holy.
to me that people like this guy in the top left just refuse to pay rent and somehow get away with living rent-free. Like, how do you wake up every day in a house you don't own, knowing you're basically robbing the actual owner? In my opinion, squatter laws are just way too lenient, and they need to be straight up revoked. Property owners have to
agree.
go through this long, extensive court process just to kick somebody out of their own house
And
who
that's a
never paid a
crazy
dime,
idea.
while the squatter is just chilling like they're on vacation. And the worst part of it all, most of these squatters leave the place trashed, and they cause thousands and thousands of dollars of damages, and they still don't face real consequences. Like, in what world does this make sense? It really doesn't
It
to
doesn't
me.
at all.
Let me know what you guys think about squatters. I don't know if I'm being too harsh here or whatnot,
No, they
but in
suck.
my opinion, I think they all deserve jail time for the damages they cause. Let me know what you guys think.
So can I.
All right.
I do have claims that ACHs were sent that were never received to my account, sir, as well as proof of funds that I received in December and no payment was made out of that. The last communication I had about a payment arrangement was on December 13th, and I was informed by Mr. Elliott that day that his wife had sent an ACH. However,
Okay, look, folks. Oh, ma'am. Here's what's going to happen.
Bro.
What date are you going to be out of the premises?
We're already out.
your stuff
You're
is still
already out.
Right.
Your stuff-
And they have surrendered the
It's in the
keys?
yes, and it's in the process of being removed as we speak. So we are out. It'll be another hour or 2, I think, before it's all of our stuff is gone.
So then the only issue is what's owed.
Right. I also want to bring up, if I may, Your Honor, we were subjected to a wrongful lockout, so we are due 3 times damages of the $150 for a locksmith as outlined in Michigan's anti-lockout statute, totaling $450, which I also have evidence of.
Okay. All right,
Your
look, folks.
Your
Yeah.
Honor, house because they failed to pay rent. I have 6 children. These people make $350,000 a year is what they claimed on the rental application. I'm going to lose health insurance tomorrow, and my house is going into a foreclosure period as of tomorrow is 90 days late. They have money. They had subletters or whoever living with them, and I don't know if they were running a homeless shelter, if they were pocketing the rent that their roommates paid. They've
No.
just been sitting in my house, sir.
That is
This is
messed
incorrect.
up.
Okay. All right.
Bro,
So-
like, what kind of, like, how can you even sit here in this situation, listen to this lady sit here, cry and plead like I'm losing everything that I have, and not just me, but all my goddamn kids that depend on me. They're about to be losing everything too. Like, you're literally taking food out of her kid's mouth, bro. Like, that is the most foul shit. This is why I really hate some of the influencers these days. You can't even call them influencers. They're just stupid people who just happen to just get a lot of money on TikTok and some of these other platforms, mainly TikTok though, because you see a lot of these TikTok people and URLs and whatnot going nuts. We just need to just go ahead and just make some rules, man. Like, if you Like, come on, man. Like, golly, I don't
Here's
even
the
know what to
thing.
say.
Possession has been granted. There are two parts to the case. Possession's been granted or surrendered to the plaintiff. So
There are,
possession is not,
sorry.
pardon?
There are still people at the house. One of them is had a residence established there apparently. They're still at the house, and unfortunately our property manager expired at noon today, as it is the last day of the month. So any clean out of anything left behind, I'm going to have to go assess for any damages left on my own next week.
All right. Okay. So here's what I'm going to do. They've surrendered possession of the unit. Ma'am, to your knowledge, are there people in the premises?
Yes, there
Ms.
is.
Burrell? Are there people still in the premises?
I don't know. I would have to text them. I don't know if they're on the premises presently, but we were told that we could get the remainder of the items out. So they would be doing that if they are not presently at the U-Haul Center where I am now. I'm just
so
using
here's
my
what I'm
phone
going
to
to
do
do.
this.
Possession to the premises has been surrendered. Ma'am, as of given everything that I'm hearing, your management contract expires what, at midnight tonight? Is that the deal? Or
Yeah, yes. And we can't afford to pay
All
a
right.
property manager anymore.
hang on, I hear you. I'm just trying to, because you're in North Carolina, right?
Yes, sir. But I will have to make
Okay.
a trip up to North Carolina to assess anything.
I know. I'm just, I guess you're out of state. You've got a property manager here that won't be the property manager tomorrow.
Yes, sir.
So what? I should let you guys talk, and then I'll just go back and then come back out. Because either you're going to listen to me or not.
I seriously cannot stand how the squatter is just
He
sitting
is
there all
frustrated.
smug, acting
Me
like he's
too.
the victim. Like, you're literally the one who broke into somebody's house and decided rent was optional. Why are you acting oppressed here? It's actually
For real.
maddening, and honestly, it makes you just want to wipe squatters' rights off the map entirely. These laws were
I
originally
think-
meant to protect people from unfair evictions, but now they're just a cheat code for freeloaders to live in someone else's house for months without paying a single dime. And man, I just feel so bad for this lady too. But she's really just gotta let Judge Simpson talk. Like, I get that she's
Agreed.
upset, and rightfully so,
I
but
agree.
crying and
Nah, I need you to
interrupting
be
every
quiet
2
too,
seconds,
Logan.
it's like, honestly, I don't think they should even exist at this point.
Possession's been surrendered. I'm going to give the authority, I'm going to grant to the plaintiff the authority to prevent waste under 4.201I, that you may lock and secure the premises effective 3:00 today. The reason I'm doing that is so that you can get your property manager, go over there. You can order a locksmith. You can change the locks at 3 p.m. today. Whatever else needs to get out, if you don't get it out by that time, you said you surrendered, you're giving them the keys, they giving you grace to get some of the stuff out. If it's not out, not out.
That's
But the
perfectly fine, Your
premises will
Honor.
be locked.
Thank you.
Then the issue regarding the money is going to have to be done. Now, I might as well,
think he
because the
gives him
parties
all the
don't
money.
seem to agree, set this matter for trial. You have to come up next week. Is that correct, ma'am?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so trying to time this, if you come up, how long are you going to be up here?
Very short amount of time, sir, as I have children in North Carolina in school. So a day.
So if I I was just going to set this for a trial. So I can set a trial date, but I'm going to need the parties in person because apparently there's going to be a lot of documentation. So I'm trying to set it. So here's what I'll do. Because we're really talking about the money, but we got to get the premises secured first. So we've dealt with that. What's my date? March the 4th? 11th. All right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to set a non-jury trial as to the money issues for March 11th, 2025 at 9 a.m. That's in person. So I've tried to set that, ma'am, I tried to set it out far enough so that you could make arrangements or do what needs to be done to come up. We'll hear it that day. So if it has to be a one-day trip, it's a one-day trip. But I've just tried to put it out to, well, I think you get what I'm saying. Okay.
Trying to give you
Absolutely.
some.
But I'm allowing
Time to
you
make
to
some
secure the
arrangements for all the
premises.
kids.
You're going to come up here, check on it. That way you can assess what damages or other things there may be there. Bring ledgers, all other documentation you want the court to look at on March 11th, and then we'll hear your case. Okay?
Ron, might I ask one question?
Sure.
Rather than pushing it out, I can make arrangements. I will make it work. Like I said, we're actually going into a 90-day foreclosure period tomorrow. And so time is kind of of essence.
Got it. Then the best I could do is the 18th. What day? Yeah. The best I could then do is February 18th. I can push it up to that day. Will that be better for you?
Yes, sir. Thank you so much.
So non-jury trial in this matter then will be set for February 18th, 2025, 9 a.m. Okay.
And one more question. Will Mr. Lepek have to appear as well, or will me be appearing sufficient just because he can't afford time off of work right now?
Well, he might want to have himself, if you're here, he may want to have himself. I will allow understanding childcare, work, those things. I would allow him to appear via Zoom.
Thank you. And as far as Mr.
So that he's present, but you will have to be here in person.
Understood. And Mr. Elliott?
He needs to appear. If he doesn't appear, then I do what I got to do.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Get your money.
Your
That's
Honor,
what that
may
means.
I ask a question?
Sure.
My partner might not be able to get off work either, but I can show up. Is that a problem?
I will give you the same. Okay. I will give you the same opportunities that I give the other side in fairness. So you may appear, but he would have to be available via Zoom.
Yeah, guys, I'll be posting
my
the second part tomorrow, so definitely stay tuned for that. I just found this case.
We definitely got to do the part 2. Oh my Lord, that, bruh. I just wanted to punch her in the face the whole time, sitting up there schmug in her stupid little kitty freaking earmuff things. Headphones. I know they're headphones. I'm frustrated. I'm a little irritated. I want to punch her in the face. Holy moly, she was the most insufferable, stupid lady ever. And I hope that lady gets all her money. She deserves all her money because it's her money. Like, I don't understand why there's a debate. Like, just because somebody was in a situation that seemed more fortunate than you, but the reality is you over here making all this goddamn money on TikTok seems like you're probably in a more fortunate situation than her right now. So pay your goddamn bills, bro. Oh my Lord. Anyways, you guys let me know what you thought about that down in the comments below, and we definitely will be doing part 2 for sure. Peace.